Hello, I'm Jamie East.
And I'm Alice Brine.
And this is Celebrity Trenches, the weekly dispatch, the podcast that celebrates celebrity, the joy of it, but mostly the insanity of it. Today, very exciting. What a plethora of subjects we've got for you. Formula One, Subo, celebrity endorsements. It's everything. Or it's everything you ever dreamed of. Subo and Franz Ferdinand. There's a coupling I never thought I'd utter in a million years. It's unlikely but true, but we're going to get into the weeds to it in just a second.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt for too long. Can you just do me a favour? Can you just hit the like button or the subscribe button or the follow button, whichever one you can see. Doesn't matter which. Thanks very much. Right, carry on.
How have you been, Alice? How has your week been?
Very, very good. Very sort of full of celebrity gossip. A lot's going on the feed, on the stream, on the algorithm.
It's a veritable buffet of celebrity nonsense.
It just never ends, really.
I think we should start off though with a bit of a Katy Price update. It's been very, very busy in the world of Katy Price this weekend. I've got to say, just when you underestimate, I mean, she did tell us never underestimate the Pricey. We do it constantly, and she's just proved herself to be just a mighty, mighty power in show business.
She's non-stop.
She is non-stop.
I'm rooting for her at the end of the day.
So, just to give you some indication, right? You know, this is Pricey in full action. We've been talking about her for since this podcast came into existence, right?
Yeah, she's actually been a core character, I'd say.
She is. I mean, she is. She's canon. She is core. She's our Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers. If celebrity were Avengers, she's our Robert Downey Jr. She is omnipresent, right? She's got a doc coming out this summer. Yeah, yes. She knows how to ramp it up. We've seen a slow boil slowly build up to this kind of like pressure pot of nonsense, right? So we've been following the story about Lee. Is he AI? Does he exist? Is he in prison? Was it for espionage? Was it really? Probably not.
No, it's probably, anyway.
So The Sun, she did a deal with Clemmy at The Sun. Big up to Clemmy Moody for getting this. She didn't get paid for it either, by the way.
What were the woman that gave him $1,000?
No. So Clemmy Moody, journalist of The Sun, went out and interviewed Katy this weekend. And from what I gather, they didn't pay her for it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no such thing as a free lunch with Katy Price.
No.
So brace yourself, Clemmy. But what I found interesting about it is, so she's done this interview with her, got to grips with like what's going on with Lee. You know, Lee, what's his name? Lee Andrews. Yeah. He is in prison. He needs £140,000 bail money. Katy offered him £13,000. That's not going to touch the sides.
There's a lot to unpack there.
It's a lot to unpack. She seems quite jovial about it. You know, she doesn't seem too stressed out about it. She's admitted to Clemmy that maybe she's got it wrong. I mean, come on. I don't want to say that like the whole of the world were shouting this. We were all shouting it at you, Katy, like run to the hills. This story is now in its 26th week.
What? No.
No one can stretch this out better than Katy Price.
How many weeks have there been in this year?
Well, this is it. It's six months long this story's been going on. Right? And interestingly, when I Googled it this morning to kind of like find out what was going on, get some notes and stuff, what I found interesting is that now papers like The Independent are covering this as well as The Sun. She has transcended boundaries once more. Not since she wore that iPod Nano tiara has she managed to cross. She's crossing age groups, genders, sexualities, class. She's perfect, right?
She's on track for Netflix.
She went to Dubai, did her interview, saw her kind of husband, came back, went straight to Canterbury Pride, right?
Stunning.
As you would.
She's got a job to do.
She went, there's been footage shared by Courtney Act, you know, the drag artist Courtney Act, captured Katy performing a rendition of CeCe Peniston while puffing on a vape.
Oh my God, so she's out there actually singing and vaping at the same time, just back from Dubai.
Back from Dubai, like just washing that man right out of her hair. At one point, the star took a puff from her vape before asking the crowd, I don't even know what the next song is. I'm not a professional singer.
Well, hang on a minute.
So you're not a professional singer? but just join along. What's the next song? Oh, it's a ballad. What the fuck? In another video posted by an audience member on TikTok, Katy told the crowd she'd visited a prison to find Lee. She said, I want to hear it from you guys. Do I stay with Lee or do I leave him? And the crowd booed Lee.
Oh my God, this is genius.
This is just like proper marketing. She
She's
knows when there's a vertical story being filmed, she knows exactly what to do.
But it's so clever because, you can kind of clock when someone's onto something.
Yeah.
I'm only clocking now that she's been onto using it for her advantage.
She has played us all like a fiddle.
She has. She's
absolutely glorious.
She went, I could leave this guy. Like she probably fell into the trap and was actually like, I don't know. But that was at week 7.
Yeah.
We're on week 26 and at week 7 she went, or I could ask the audience. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. She's stretched out for 4 months longer than the normal news cycle of a story like this. She has made it to the front page of The Sun probably more times than she has over the past 5 years.
Genius. This is like Kim Kardashian wouldn't come up with that. Kris Jenner.
Katy, we salute you.
Kris Jenner couldn't write it.
Right.
But also the bit that I'm missing, who's the friend that works for The Sun? That's Clemmy. Yeah, and she's the one that did the interview.
Good. Yeah. She's the one who did the interview.
Because that was the one, and I was watching her like TikToks updating about it.
Yeah.
And it was just the way she delivered the summary was so funny. She goes,
"It's great."
So Katy's here. She's been from prison to prison. We're in Dubai.
I know.
She's going from prison to prison looking for her husband. And I was just like, make that a film.
It's just beautiful.
She's running around, knock, knock, knock. Is my husband in? So good.
Let's clarify. I'm sure that it was for Clemmy 4 days of utter hell.
Yeah. Just dragging your B-type mate around going, I don't think he's in here. I think you've looked under there. I think you've lost him.
Imagine the sights you see after 4 days of looking in every Dubai jail. Is that your husband? No, my God, madam, put it away. Yeah.
Just so many people from like Bali holidays who have just tried to get away with it.
Fair play to you, Katy Price.
I've always been a fan and I'm a huge fan. Thank you for playing me like a fiddle.
The documentary doesn't come out until I think maybe end of summer. We can expect this to tie in nicely. Speaking of another glamour kitten that we can't stop talking about, Subo is still setting the news agenda. Again, perhaps not quite 26 weeks long, but we're certainly into like 3 or 4 weeks of talking about new Subo stuff. She let us down badly, as we discussed last week with the dreadful Cornetto advert. One celebrity endorsement is not enough for Subo, so she did a Cornetto, dreadful. She's now taking part in a World Cup campaign for Scotland, who have made it for the first time in, 3 centuries or something like that. I'm not a football fan, sue me. She's joined up to do the Irn-Bru advert for the World Cup with none other than Franz Ferdinand. Do you know who Franz Ferdinand are?
100%.
You're well aware of them.
Right.
Is this something that needed to happen? Because we are now in the World Cup. When this comes out on the Wednesday, the World Cup starts the following day on the Thursday. We are now at peak cash in on World Cup.
I mean, I'm very happy for Suzo because that was a Lucky Generals campaign as an agency. So she's looking down the barrel of between 500,000.
Explain, you have to give context.
Oh, yeah.
You are outside when you've not got your trenches hat on.
Oh, yeah. So sometimes I have a day job.
You just turn into LinkedIn very quickly then.
So I'm advertising like creative, like Mad Men.
Yeah.
So I'm Don Draper, but they don't pay me that way.
That's what the money's for.
Yeah, I'm a really severely underpaid Don Draper.
Right, okay.
And I come up with that. I make ads for brands. And
Right.
Would be the type of person who would land on my desk, Irn-Bru, Suzo, and I would be the person that said, how about Franz Ferdinand? Why don't we get something fucking crazy going on? But, and we'll go into that in a bit, but I will say I've been thinking about it and I did some texting.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident for that Irn-Bru. She's looking down the barrel of between 500,000 and at 1.5 million for usage from like a 2-day shoot.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You are joking.
No, easily. I mean,
between 500,000.
do I know what I'm talking about? Sort of. Could I be just for legal reasons, could I be so fucking far off? Yes.
Yeah. Would she have got significantly more than Franz Ferdinand?
No, because I reckon Franz Ferdinand actually were in the situation where they wrote it. Unless they worked with this, there's a there's a musical agency called Strings and Tins that you cannot escape if you work in advertising.
Strings and Tins.
They've come up with every celebrity song you've ever heard.
Have they?
Has pretty much been done by this company called Strings and Tins.
I love the
Yeah, anyway, we'll say this is probably a bit boring. But I do think she probably got paid a shit ton for that.
I mean, you'd hope so.
Yeah, and good on her.
I would hope so. Because not that I would imagine Susan Boyle goes hard on dignity much, but doing an Irn-Bru advert with Franz Ferdinand feels quite low rent.
100%. But it's not, because it's like it's a 2.5 minute long form digital asset.
I can't think of anything I wouldn't do for between $500,000
That's the
and
thing.
1.5 million.
Like, you want to be like, oh man, she's really just taking any brand deal she can. I'm like, do you know how much people get for these brand deals? It's bonkers how much money is in them. It's better than doing a tour.
But do you think it's also, it's mad how every brand has to do, we said before, come on, this is like football's Pride Month, right? Where everybody is like, hey, I'm an ally. And now we're at the situation where, like, McDonald's always come at the official fast food sponsors of the World Cup, which is just mad, right? It's like, do we need like an official chocolate bar of the World Cup? Because every brand seems to want to be the official something. Do you know what I mean?
Also, it's just like the seriousness of the word official is so funny, because it's like,
who's the what is this? Right, Zero. The official accountancy software of the World Cup. Rubber stamp that motherfucker.
Exactly.
£1 million. And
also, who is, like, you're going for a takeaway, you're a football fan.
Yeah.
And you go, I might go and get a Burger King. Whoa, hang on a minute. Which one's the official sponsor of the World Cup?
It's McDonald's.
It's McDonald's. Oh my God. Well, thank God we dodged that bullet.
God, it's me.
Hang on a minute. Let me check my registry, because it's that time of year. Let me go through my registry and check who are the official sponsors.
Yeah.
I actually am looking, I'm in the interest of getting a tampon today.
Yeah.
Who is the official tampon sponsor of the World Cup?
Oh shit,
okay.
It's not my regular brand.
It's Libra.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I've got to chuck it all out and go to yeah.
You know what I would do in that situation is just call myself the unofficial sponsor of, like, for instance, welcome to Tales from the Celebrity Trenches, the unofficial celebrity podcast sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2020.
100%. We are the unofficial. I reckon.
Prove it. You don't believe me? Prove it. Who else is? Louis Theroux? Don't think so.
Proud unofficial sponsors.
We're the proud unofficial sponsors of the World Cup 2026.
I really love calling it the Men's World Cup.
The men.
It makes them so happy. Anyone who's normal is like, cool, or doesn't even notice you've said that.
Because, put this into context, I think tomorrow there is a qualifier for, let's call it, for the sake of argument, for this conversation, the Women's World Cup. Right?
Well, that's what it's called.
It's the Women's World Cup. No.
Is it not? It's just called the World Cup.
No. So in 2027 is the Women's World Cup, right? However, it's being advertised on ITV as just the FIFA World Cup, which is massively, I'm going to say confusing if you're like, hang on a sec, shit, I bought tickets for this week in America. But here's how the argument would have gone, right? At some point, right, the male organisers or the male fraternity of the World Cup would have gone, hang on a minute, that's the Women's World Cup. And the organisers of the Women's World Cup were gone, yeah, you're right. Okay, are we going to call yours the Men's World Cup? And they're gone, oh, fuck, you've got me. No, because we're just the World Cup. And it's like, well, if you're just the World Cup, we can't be the Women's World Cup because that's sexist. And they'll be like, okay, we'll both just be the World Cup.
I know, just at a stalemate. They so don't want to call it the Men's World Cup now we have to have 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
And the Women's World Cup is that they're going, I'll be the World Cup as long as you want me to be the World Cup.
Women's World Cup, so they're going,
win for us.
Would not give a shit which one we are.
It's so funny. But yeah, calling it the the Men's World Cup is the funniest thing you can ever do to piss someone off who would be pissed off about that. Because there's nothing more fun than pissing someone off who just is going to be pissed off about something so
stop there. There's nothing more fun than pissing someone off.
Facts. I mean, that's what this whole podcast is.
I built a career on that. Yeah. Back to the Irn-Bru thing though, right? Do go and check it out. It is fucking bonkers. They've made an ad supporting Scotland in the Men's World Cup because Scotland qualified since the first time since 1998. That's not as long ago as I thought. The song's called We're Made from Girders. Do you know what a girder is?
No, but my guess is that this is a song that kind of almost already exists, or a chant that already exists, and they've done a little pun on it based on sort of something to do with drinking a sparkling beverage.
The old advert for Irn-Bru back in the 80s and 90s was Irn-Bru, made in Scotland from girders. So a steel girder, right? It's a big fucking hunk of metal. It's a rework of Irn-Bru's classic Made in Scotland from Girders track. It's all very much tongue-in-cheek. Subo singing on top of the fourth rail bridge, and Alex Kapranos hanging it up doing his best Brian May guitar solo face. I mean, you were the saviour of indie pop once upon a time, Alex. I hope it was worth it. And in the video, Subo even does some breakdancing.
I mean, good for her.
I mean, it's probably not really.
It's probably, they've probably got Ray Gun in and put a wig on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to NME.com, this is the world we live in now, where NME.com are printing exclusive quotes from Susan Boyle. Again,
they were once the most
again,
respected.
they were the saviour of the indie music scene at one point.
They were a print magazine still going in like 2008. They hung on for dear life too.
Now, I'm not going to suggest that this was not Susan Boyle giving this quote and was instead a PR company providing a written quote to NME, but this doesn't really strike me as something that would have come out of Susan Boyle's mouth.
What is
it? It's really been a whirlwind, from recording studio to different shoots, all completely hush-hush. It's been a hugely memorable few months, to say the least. The anthem is such a fun track. It really shows what being a Scotland fan is all about, and perfectly sums up this World Cup, not just for the supporters, but also the team. Bear in mind, this is being dressed as something that's actually fallen out of Susan Boyle's mouth. There's definitely going to be a whole range of emotions over the next few weeks, but more than any other group of fans in the world, the Girders spirit will get us through. I will bet all of Susan Boyle's £500,000 to £1.5 million that she had the square root of my hairy arse to do with that quote.
Yeah, that is something that has gone through a team of brand experts, because it ends on the messaging inside the advert itself.
And the brand name.
It's got a copy. Anyway.
Susan Boyle will never ever have uttered the word Girders spirit. There is no such thing as Girders spirit unless you work for Girders. That would have been the CEO of Girders saying, make sure we get the Girders spirit in the press release.
100%. Yeah. Or it was a intern, 21 years old, working at an advertising agency who ran a bunch of data through ChatGPT and spat it out.
I've been asked to give a quote to the enemy on behalf of Susan Boyle.
Who the fuck is Susan Boyle?
Claude, who is Susan Boyle and what would she say about Irn-Bru?
Crazy.
Well, that's very interesting. You should ask that, Hamish. She would talk about the Girders spirit. Thanks very much. Copy, paste, send.
She wrote it whilst in her room of swimming in cash. She just kind of spat out some ideas.
Yeah, God bless her.
Good on her.
News just in.
Yes.
Actually, Irn-Bru is made by bars. Made in Scotland from Girders is actually reference to how hard they are.
Yep. Okay. That's quite interesting. I wonder how they got away with that, but okay.
Which is now factually correct, but makes the phrase Girders spirit even more perplexing. As we know, celebrities will do anything for money, though. I mean, if Subo will do that for £500,000, people will do anything for money. Peter Schmeichel, former Man U legend, he did an ad for Danepack bacon because he's from Denmark. That's the link.
So sorry for laughing. That is the most fucking foreign sentence I've heard. Anyway.
Peter Schmeichel, dressed as a butcher, simpler times. People would have done anything. You're aware of Graham Norton, right? He's in your
He's in my room.
Are you aware of Denise Van Outen?
Yes, they've both come across my desk.
Well, there was a time when a press release almost showed what we thought was Graham Norton coming across Denise Van Outen.
Somebody grab her a towel. It's come on, Eileen.
We did. Things were just simpler then. You would pay a celebrity 15 grand cash. They'd turn up to a photo session, usually with Tower Bridge in the background or the London Eye or something.
Thames.
They would stand on a mound of earth in front of 10 photographers and just hold up a bottle of anything. It doesn't really matter. Graham Norton and Denise Van Outen, one of the greatest examples of this. They were advertising Heinz salad cream, a product not even remotely linked to either of them. There was just no connection other than the fact that there were two famous people who needed a few quid, right? So there's this awful photo session where Denise Van Outen, who was at the height of her Big Breakfast fame, and her whole shtick was like, oh, you're talking about my tits, are you, dirty bastard?
Oh shit, I've come for her brand. That's my whole shtick.
And, you know, it was the height of ladette kind of,
Brilliant.
kind of thing, right? Graham Norton decided to go against the grain and act as if he was suggestively ejaculating salad cream over Denise Van Outen's tits.
It's fucking perfect, man. It's the best thing I've heard. I'd bring it back.
He's dressed up like a 1970s pantomime villain in a weird velvet suit. And I think Denise Van Outen is wearing some kind of weird lederhosen. It is the most perplexing brand deal that I've ever seen.
They stood outside on an overcast day. I've seen the ad. Well, it's not an ad. It's a set of, if I may say, very quickly taken Getty images, more or less.
Yeah.
And he is kind of giving very much, he's behind you energy.
Yeah.
And it turns out he was. But I'm here for that. That is what we need back. Every brand on earth is so scared to do stupid shit like that.
We don't need CGI. We don't need Alex Kapranos doing Brian May. We just need Graham Norton pouring salad cream over a pair of breasticles.
It's so funny and it's so stupid and silly and like it's...
In your experience as a kind of ad creative, have you ever had to do any ad things like with celebs?
Yes.
How much of that can you tell us?
Well, okay, there was a Love Island star.
Yeah.
Who's now very, very famous. She did a sausage roll advert that I wrote.
Again, like perfect link there between a Love Islander and sausage roll.
100%. And it was like sausage roller skates. It's a really long story. Long story.
Yeah.
But the management team, there was some miscommunication. When I was writing it, they were like, she's amazing at rollerblading. She's incredible at roller skating. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, she's unreal. And I sent through the storyboards and they were like, need it to be more complex. We need twirls, lifts, jumps. And I was like, oh, this is the best news ever.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Wrote all this new script. Got it over. Everyone was like super excited to film this. And then when she got there, her management was there and they looked at the storyboards and they were like, what do you mean she's wearing roller skates? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, she can't roller skate at all.
How did that get
confused? I mean, things like this happen constantly because people just like don't read their emails or the middlemen do not get paid enough and are just frantically trying to deal with 1,000 jobs at once. So like a miscommunication like this surprisingly happens constantly.
Right.
But I knew how to roller skate. And I had taught my friends how to roller skate when we were kids. So I gave her a quick couple of lessons and then reshot it so she was at the top of a hill and I was at the bottom of the hill behind the camera.
Yeah.
And just shipped her down. So I just pushed her down and she was amazing at like holding these sausage rolls and like making it look like she was roller skating down a really steep slope. And then I just rugby tackle caught her about 5 or 6 different takes and then we went again and went again and went again.
And then cut around it?
Yeah, I was so sweaty and covered in sausage roll and roller skate by the end of it. It was fucking unbelievable.
Good day at work.
You know, I made $19 that day and I was so thrilled with it. So I worked with Katy Perry and was responsible for one of the greatest, I think, brand deals of all time.
Okay.
Essentially, she was promoting kebab delivery and other sort of British foods such as donuts, pizzas. But primarily, I was really focused on the kebab area.
Okay.
So we had her in Hollywood dressed like basically as a kebab, twirling around, singing, doing all sorts. And I made like 5 different clips of it.
Yeah.
But at one point, she was in a bath of lettuce for about an hour.
Right.
And
actual lettuce or was
actual
it fake
lettuce.
lettuce?
It was like she was kind of like having a bubble bath of lettuce.
Nice.
And she, do you know what? Extremely hardworking. I was really blown away by it. Didn't complain once.
Can you just like, what do you have to do to be hardworking lying in a bath of lettuce?
It was freezing.
Presumably, like her fee would have made Subo's look cheap, though, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
but I didn't say what brand this is for, so how could you possibly know?
Because she'll have done multiple kebab deliveries.
She has.
Right.
And so, she was really, I was actually blown away because we had to do so many different takes of her doing like quite intense, annoying things. Like twirl again, do it again, all of this. But the bath one was crazy.
Yeah.
And she just did it and did it and did it and did it and was not complaining at any point. Like I was whinging and moaning. And Katy Perry, well, obviously we're getting paid a bit differently, but Katy Perry wasn't. But I remember at the time afterwards going, Katy Perry and kebabs, that's crazy. I mean, is she ever going to do a brand deal even more insane than that?
Has she ever eaten a kebab?
And then she went to space and I was like,
She did go to space.
I used to have the record for weirdest ad she's ever done, and then she went to space.
But that ruined her career, kind of, going to space.
Do you know what? I was weirdly watching it going, it's her work ethic, I get it.
Everyone thought that the kebab ad would have ruined her career, but it wasn't. It was going to space.
The kebab ad shot her career into the hemisphere, and then the space actually literally did.
Yeah.
But do you remember the thing she was getting the most flack about when she went to space? Everyone was like, she didn't even look out the window. All she cared about was looking at the camera and like promoting her album. And I was like, is that work ethic, man? I was like, there is an Alice Brine at Houston getting deliverables. So like, I'm like, I need a reel. I need a TikTok.
Yeah.
I need a 30-second shot of you looking at the camera saying your album name, please. And
Now
Katie's
do it in portrait. Now portrait.
Landscape, portrait. And Katie's gone, I'm on it. I'm all over it, Alice. She gave somebody whatever they needed.
Celebrity weddings.
Oh.
We've got 2 massive celebrity weddings this year, right? We've just had one, and we've got another coming in July. Dua Lipa had I guess, not the proper wedding, but like the glamorous wedding in the sunshine over the weekend. They were in Palermo in Italy. Elton John came there and played your song.
The one I wrote. There it is.
There it is. Ring the bell.
Wait, you need to be on a level.
There we go.
That was my one joke of the day.
That's the Alice Brine joke bell. Have you heard the rumour about Dua Lipa and Le Creuset?
Yes, I believe I have.
She gave her wedding guests, right, get this, like a 12-piece Le Creuset set of pans as a gift. How many guests do you think? You know, they are not cheap.
Have you heard the rumour about Charlie XCX and Le Creuset?
Does Charlie XCX have a brand deal with Le Creuset?
We need to Google it really quickly. Maybe I dreamt this.
Well, it's come up on Instagram. This may or may not be true, but the first thing that comes up is an image saying Charlie XCX allegedly forgot to send out 3,000 Le Creuset cookware sets.
And so they ended up in Dua Lipa's wedding.
At Dua Lipa's wedding.
As the party favour.
And Charlie XCX was there as well at the wedding. She must have been like, Dua, can you do me a favour? Can you just like, I've got all these fucking Le Creusets, like they've been stuck in my garage for months. I was supposed to give them out 6 months ago. Do you want a gift to give away?
She's like, do you know what? Instead of giving you a gift, I'm going to give not only you, but every one of your guests a gift. And thank you for booking my flights. But if you could do a couple of extra cabin bags, mate.
Yes. And this is all AI's fault, as with most things wrong in the world.
Indeed.
So basically, an advert started circulating where people believed that Charlie XCX had done an advert saying that they could not sell 3,000 Le Creuset packages of dinnerware. Bearing in mind, this came out at the height of Brat era.
Yeah.
She was quite busy at the time. Listen to this.
Charlie XCX here. Due to a packaging error, we can't sell 3,000 Le Creuset cookware sets, so I'm giving them away to my royal fans for free. If you're seeing this ad, you can get a free Le Creuset cookware set today. But just a heads up, there are a few rules. You must live in the United States, and you can only get 1 free kitchen set per household. All you have to do is click the button below and answer a few questions. These will only be given out until the end of the day today, so don't hesitate. Supplies are running out, so get yours while you can.
Now, I'm no detective, but that did not sound like Charlie XCX.
I love the American AI prompt writer has gone European accent.
And that was, hey man, Charlie XCX here.
I'm Charlie XCX, and you must live in the United States, and you can get your Dua Lipa custom merch.
If you listen to that, by the way, do not follow the rules of that. I do not believe Charlie XCX is giving away anything. I have to say, if I'd have gone to Dua Lipa's Italian wedding weekend, you'd have taken your suitcase, rammed up to the rafters, you'd have got there, and it'd be like, what the fuck is this box that I've now got to somehow get back to London? And it weighs a ton. I would say your oversized baggage fee flying back from Dua Lipa's wedding will probably cost you more than going into Le Creuset on Guildford High Street and buying it.
Incredibly annoying thing to be given.
It's just, and it's the paperwork. You can't do a quick check-in now. You can't just like check your bags in because your bags are already checked in, but now you've got this whacking great box. Are you even allowed to take cookware across
No, you can't
borders?
take anything back. I watched a guy smash his skateboard in half just to piss off the Ryanair and then put it on.
Can't help but think he came out worse than anybody in that argument. But I admire the pettiness. But the second celeb wedding is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, right?
Big cheese.
Now, TMZ did an amazing story on this over the weekend, which I cannot believe is real. TMZ, like, exclusively revealed, right, that Taylor and Travis's wedding is going to be held at Madison Square Gardens with 1,000 guests.
That's real?
TMZ have called it, right?
Oh my God, because I saw that come up and I literally scrolled past it like, good one, onion.
The excitement of being invited to Taylor's wedding. Like, Greg James is famously like still waiting for his invite, yeah, even though she invited him verbally on his radio
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And apparently, according to, I think last time I listened, he still hadn't actually physically received it. So, but I can't help but think if I got invited to Taylor and Travis's wedding, I would literally be like so excited. You'd be like, oh my God, this is going to be the wedding of the year. Only to like then look down, oh, we're in row XX in the rafters. It says, please bring binoculars. And you need a blanket for your lap because it gets quite cold up there. To go to somewhere like Madison Square Gardens for a wedding. It's like, Taylor, you are worth $2 billion. That feels like not a great wedding venue.
Is it? I mean, I can't believe it because they can't be doing it like that. But I reckon there's something you can do at Madison Square Garden where you roof it off like big top style.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like all done in sort of cream.
But Alice, you're worth $2 billion. Why would you choose to do that and not like...
Are they just using the floor?
I don't know, but even so, like, it's Madison Square Gardens is in a really like shitty part of New York, right? It's a shitty part of Manhattan.
But also, it's so smart if you've got 1,000 famous people.
Can you imagine the egos in that?
Imagine the tables you'd have to sit at.
Well, yeah. Where do we sit George Clooney? Well, you can't sit George Clooney there because Brad Pitt's arriving. Well, fuck.
It's crazy. But I reckon it's either a dummy leak, they're just like putting on a fake wedding or a fake something.
Maybe they're just, actually, the smart thing would be for her to just hire out Madison Square Gardens, keep it empty, send all the press there, and then meanwhile, they've just gone to like the local
That's
Italian.
what I'm saying. It's giving like it's a dummy.
That's a good idea. My question for you, if Dua Lipa gives her guests Le Creuset, what does Taylor Swift give her guests?
She'll give them handwritten notes that she sealed herself with wax.
She's going to make fudge.
Yeah, she's gonna make fudge and jam. But it's gonna be the Tom Cruise coconut cake. I would be honoured to get. I mean, obviously, like I'm a bit of a Swiftie.
You know what? Mate of mine, right, gets sent 2 Tom Cruise coconut cakes every year. 2? 2.
Have they got 2 mouths?
It's just he just asked for another one, so Tom Cruise just stuck him down.
Who's the mate? Get the shredder. Who's the mate?
I think he works for Empire magazine.
Oh,
but it's like, have you tasted it?
I have not had I've not had a whiff. I've not had a bump.
So for those of you who don't know, every year Tom Cruise sends out festive cakes, and he has a deal with this famous bakery in, I think they're Canadian or maybe they're Beverly Hills, one of the two, very similar. And they're like a bundt cake, right?
Sort of a fluffy dome.
A white bundt cake that frosted and covered in grated coconut. Apparently they taste absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's like vanilla-y.
Every year he must add like 100 people every year onto his list. Once you're on that Tom Cruise cake list, you ain't ever coming off it.
I've heard some people do get taken off it.
Oh Jesus, it's a bit like when I lost my Nando's black card.
Oh my God, did you? My friend recently who's just expired.
Oh, devastating.
But it's so devastating for me having your mate's Nando's black card expire. How am I going to tell her I don't want to be friends with her anymore?
Oh, devastating for me, devastating for my kids.
Oh my God, yeah.
Alice Brine.
Yes.
Are you aware of Martin Brundle?
I am. I'm not aware of much, sometimes not even my own name.
Yeah.
But I am aware of Martin Brundle.
See, we are mere mortals and we are aware of Martin Brundle.
Are you an F1er?
No.
I'm a bit
really.
of an F1er.
I watched the Drive to Survive thing, enjoyed that, great. I thought I watched a few seasons of that and I was like, my God, I love F1. Actually watched an F1, I was like, my God, this is boring.
Goes on a bit, doesn't it?
Actually, just prefer the edited drama that...
Sort of just go round and round, guys.
It's like, are we, 80 laps of this shit?
Are you guys going to cut to Toto Wolff yelling at
oh
someone?
my God, he might be taking a pit stop in an hour's time. It's like, I have not got time for this.
Yeah, there's no gossip on it.
However, Martin Brundle has worked for Sky Sports for decades, right? He is their guy. He's like known, you know, like Guillermo is like Jimmy Kimmel's guy on the red carpet.
Yes.
You know, Martin Brundle is Sky's kind of like, he's their Joan Rivers on the Oscars red
100%.
carpet. And he also loves a jazzy shirt. But
Yes.
basically, he's the roving reporter on the grid at Formula One. And there is an unspoken rule. Actually, I don't think it's unspoken because he speaks about it a lot, is that the grid is democracy manifest, right? There are no egos. There are no one is above being interviewed on the grid. The pact you make when you get invited onto the grid at F1 is that you are fair game for doing interviews. Martin Brundle gets given free rein on the grid to go and speak to anybody. Driver, you know, like one of the head guys, whoever it was that was married to Jerry Halliwell,
Team
CEOs,
owners, team managers.
and celebrities,
Yes.
right? Everyone is fair game because that's the nature of it, right? There was a great one this weekend. Kim Kardashian was on the red carpet. Was it just Kim? Was she with anyone? Was she with one of the others?
I think that's the other analogy that if you don't know, the grid, there's the paddock, and within the paddock is the grid.
Yeah.
And it is small. There's not a lot of room for people to be standing around on the grid. Like you're basically,
It's chaos,
you're
yeah.
about to get hit by a jet rocket
Yeah.
if you step the wrong way. Like it's not super roomy. I would consider it like being in the main celebrity bit of the Golden Globes red carpet.
Yeah.
Imagine Kim Kardashian walking along that and going up to the E! News channel and then just turning around and leaving. Like it is so incredibly a red carpet where you speak to interviewers.
Yeah.
So Kim, I saw, was just in the middle of it. She had tons of people. I think she had F1 cameras
Right.
and F1 microphones pointed at her
Yeah.
and an umbrella on her.
Yeah.
And I saw Martin go up to her to talk.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your take is, but my take was she was like, I don't think she said no. I think there was 6 other people trying to talk and it was kind of, he was doing a quick flyby.
No, I think you're probably right. The problem is that celebrities think that they're above the law.
Mm-hmm.
And the law of F1 is that you speak to Martin Brundle.
She should have known
Yeah, you should be briefed. It's
that
like,
if Martin Brundle comes past, even if you're speaking to God on the grid,
Yeah.
that you just drop that. It's Martin, he's here. Do
And
that.
do you know what it shows? It highlights which celebrities do not give a shit about Formula One and actually are just there for clout rather than the experience, right? Because Brundle has interviewed on that grid some of the biggest names in the world. Brad Pitt, Owen Wilson, Ozzy Osbourne. There's a great clip of Ozzy Osbourne. Listen or watch this clip here.
Ozzy, British TV, good to see you.
Good to see you here.
Sharon had some good news this week, I hear.
Yeah, I'm currently writing a musical about the life and times of Rasputin the Mad Monk, and we just got they're allowing it to go on Broadway.
All right, I'll try and think of a question for that answer. Did you bring the dogs with you?
Now they're all at home shitting.
Excellent, thank you very much. I think we'll move on.
That's how you do a Martin Brundle interview, right?
Brilliant.
Megan Thee Stallion did a great one. He went up to Megan Thee Stallion. You could see someone going, talk to this guy. So she humoured him, and he actually asked her to do a rap about F1 as she was walking. So the guy's got...
That is, because don't do that.
The guy's got balls, right?
Wow.
She turned around and says, I have no rap in me today, sir.
That's a good answer.
It's a good answer. So what it does is it highlights the people that have not been briefed, that have never watched F1 on TV, because these people, when they see him coming, there's a great one of Jimmy Kimmel who's like, oh my God, it's Martin Brundle. And like they were completely overjoyed to be part of the thing, right? Kim K had no idea. Let's watch it.
Kim, Martin Brundle, Sky F1, how are you today? Yes. No, don't, you don't need to push me, mate. Yeah, normally people will have a quick chat with us. Are you enjoying F1? Yeah. Okay, Kim and Chloe, so we're not talking today.
The Kim one is sort of flustered.
Yeah.
It's sort of, she actually has quite a lot going on, and Martin's like, got a time to talk, and not just Kim, but like 6 other people turn around to look at him and are like, well, I don't know. It's a bit more blurry.
Yeah, it's just like, why bother? Why are you here?
Why are you standing there?
Yeah.
It's really, because if you're an F1 fan, you'd know not to stand there if you weren't doing interviews. And if you're an F1 fan, you'd know if you were going to stand there, the one interview you're going to do is Martin.
Yeah.
But if you're just an F1 fan and you've paid for your own ticket, I'm sure there was like a yacht you could watch from.
Mm-hmm. Shall we do some listeners' comments, Alice Brine?
Please, I would love to.
Perfect. Okay. Ryan Cobain at Ryan.Cobain952. Thank you very much, Ryan. You get a hat if you let us know who you are and where you are. Do you remember we talked about Claudia Winkleman?
Yes.
Thinking that everyone who believes in horoscopes is thick. Ryan says, I don't believe in horoscopes, but I do believe in aliens and that all celebrities at a certain point should be asked to slum it with the rest of us. Well, that took a turn.
Wow, you've got a lot to unpack, but I agree. I think, you ever met someone who's worked at a call centre? They don't complain much.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Slumming it with the rest of us is key.
I don't believe in horoscopes, but I do believe in aliens.
I can tell by the tinfoil hat you're wearing as you type this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had some good ones on Spotify, actually. You can leave a comment on YouTube or on Spotify or on any of the socials, and we will get back to you. Lots of praise coming in.
Really?
Richard Silver, fast becoming my go-to podcast.
Thank you.
Love you, Richard. You can get a hat for that. Spanning the pop culture generations, and they talked about GK Barry episode. GK now knows about Bouncer's Dream on Neighbours. Do you know about Bouncer's Dream, being a Kiwi?
Yes.
You must do.
Yes, I do.
Jeremy Beadle's pranks and that episode of Doctors. My pleasure. Problem with Spotify comments is that it gives people an automatic username that is impenetrable to speak. So I'm just going to read this out from love these podcasts. They've happily filled a holy moly gap in my life. Thank you very much. I love the pre-social media lore of this podcast. It was such a great time to be alive.
Oh my God, it was so nice.
Lauren's got a message for you, Alice Brine. Says, damn you, Alice, for putting toxic gossip train back in my head.
I'm very sorry.
But also thank you, Alice, for bringing the term llama humour into my life.
Really? Is that on Spotify?
That's on Spotify.
We are on the way, speaking of trains, to getting llama humour merch.
So thank you to all of those comments. We do very much enjoy hearing from you. And I think that's probably all we got time for this week. You got much on this week? Much planned?
Yeah, just sort of a couple of shoots in Hollywood, back and forth, a couple of things. And I'm going to the F1 grid, not to do any interviews though.
No, don't speak. You're too busy feeding Katy Perry kebabs.
Yeah, I'm just going to sort of stand there and vibe. Yeah.
Exactly.
What about you? Got a big one coming up?
I'm going to the House of the Dragon premiere tonight. That should be good fun.
That's exciting.
And that's about it. Apart from that, sweet fuck all.
Brilliant.
But as ever, the celebrity juggernaut grinds on regardless of what we're doing. So this time next week, we'll be back with more. Alice, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
You know what people need to do, though?
What do they need to do?
There's one thing that we ask of our listeners and our viewers. I'm getting my like grenade out, which sounds like a euphemism. It really isn't. It's an actual grenade. And pulling the pin. Smash the like button!
You killed me.
Oh, I killed you. Shit, she's dead.
Congratulations, you made it right to the end. If you liked it that much, why not watch another one? And while you're here, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on Spotify, hit the follow button. On either of them, you can leave us a comment. I do read them all, so be kind. And if you want to leave us a cheeky WhatsApp voice note, the number is in the show notes. Thanks very much.